So it's happening, or maybe. Yesterday, Nancy Pelosi announced that she has opened an official inquiry into whether they have enough evidence to file informal impeachment. Um, formal impeachment charges against President Trump. Now, I want to give you this video here. This is her announcement. Take a look.
And this week, the president has admitted to asking the president of Ukraine to take actions which would benefit him politically. The actions of the Trump presidency revealed the dishonorable fact of the president's betrayal of his oath of office, betrayal of our national security, and betrayal of the integrity of our elections. Therefore, today, I'm announcing the House of Representatives moving forward with an official impeachment inquiry. I'm directing our 6 committees to proceed with their investigations under that umbrella of impeachment inquiry. The president must be held accountable. No one is above the law.
So that's Nancy Pelosi, and that's a pretty strong statement, especially from Nancy Pelosi. She normally does not exude strength. And so that was kind of a surprise to me, how she comes out and she says must be held accountable. Betrayal of the oath of office, very, very serious allegations. And so it actually very strong. And I don't normally give Nancy Pelosi credit for being strong. So now, what's this about? Well, in case you've been living under a rock, it's about Trump pressuring the president of Ukraine to open a corruption investigation into Joe Biden or Hunter Biden. And so if you were to pressure as president of the United States, as Trump allegedly has, right? And to do opening an investigation, a foreign country to open an investigation. Why Ukraine? Because Hunter Biden, of course, worked for a Ukrainian gas company, had dealings with them. And then Joe Biden, what he did is allegedly shut down an investigation into that. So shady, yes. Unethical, yes. Illegal, no. But Trump saying, hey, Vladimir Zelensky, I'd like to ask you a favor. Please investigate my political opponent. Well, then that would be illegal because it would be a campaign contribution. And and you cannot get campaign contributions from foreign sources. That is literally illegal. So that is a crime. That is a crime. So now we also know too that Trump it wasn't just a one time. Trump had apparently pressured Zelensky at least 8 times in order to investigate Joe Biden. So now with this context, right? So now we know how illegal this is. I have to let you know that Pelosi is not a champion of impeachment. She did not want to do this. And I talked about this yesterday, right? Establishment Democrats were very wary of impeachment, especially Nancy Pelosi. It took 7 establishment Democrats. These are your people that are centrist, milquetoast, corporate Democrats, but they were in vulnerable districts, right? Red states. These red state Democrats, 7 of them said, no, we can't ignore this. Look, as much as we, don't want to rile up the Trump base, and as much as we want to win re-election, these are clear crimes. So, yes, we want to have an impeachment inquiry. Okay, now the straw that broke the camel's back, or in this case, Pelosi's back, has to be John Lewis. Now, John Lewis is a legend when it comes to civil rights, but John Lewis is also a member of the establishment and a very, very big ally of Pelosi. And so he comes out and he says this.
We will never find the truth unless we use the power given to the House of Representatives and the House alone to begin an official investigation as dictated by the Constitution. The future of our democracy is at stake. There come a time when you have to be moved by the spirit of history to take action to protect and preserve the integrity of our nation. I believe I truly believe the time to begin impeachment proceedings against this president has come. To delay or to do otherwise would betray the foundation of our democracy.
So it's time to get moved by the spirit of history. So that's John Lewis, right? John Lewis, huge friend of Pelosi. Pelosi's like, I can't fight against that one. I don't want impeachment, and you know, I was fine fighting against the squad, right? When Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar were saying impeach the MFer. Well, no, they're just a couple of people, you know, with a couple of opinions. I don't agree with them. But now this is John Lewis. This is establishment Democrats that are saying, I'm sorry, but no, we have to. I mean, we have to impeach. These are clear crimes. So let's do something about it. Let's do something about it. Okay. And so now here's the thing. We have an impeachment inquiry. Now, what is that? What does that mean? It does not mean impeachment proceedings have begun. So let's get that out in the open, right? It means that they're going to be gathering evidence. Now, if there is enough evidence, that then they will then move forward with charges or articles of impeachment. So we're not quite there yet. And there is definitely a way that Democrats can bungle this because there is nothing out there that the Democratic Party cannot bungle. And so let me explain, right? So now Nancy Pelosi's right now, she's looking at appointing a select committee on impeachment. Now, on this committee, it would be headed by Congressman Adam Schiff. So Adam Schiff, not exactly the strongest guy. Okay. Now, the thing is that right now, the House Judiciary Committee is supposed to handle impeachment proceedings, right? So now Jerry Nadler is not a fan of Adam Schiff, apparently. So there's some disagreement there, and there's disagreement between Nadler and Pelosi. So you're going to bypass Nadler and promote Adam Schiff. Now, the thing is that the House Judiciary is already in the middle of a bunch of different investigations into Donald Trump. So she's doing the select committee for impeachment. She's going to have to start at square one. They're not going to be able to have the evidence from the Judiciary Committee. So why would you go backwards on that? From all the evidence that's already been collected on Donald Trump, to start from square one, that doesn't make any sense. Now, it's also unclear if the House Democrats will hold another House vote in the coming days to authorize their inquiry formally and officially, as has been done in past presidential impeachments. We don't know. So Republicans have already jumped on this, and they said, well, if you don't actually hold a vote on this, then there's not truly an impeachment. No matter what the Democrats say, if there's no vote in the House for an impeachment inquiry, then you don't actually have an impeachment inquiry. Pelosi can say whatever she wants, but we're still not going to be able to give up the documents or anything like that. Nor did the Speaker lay out a timeline for the committees to do their work, according to the New York Times. So, as usual, half measures, still not there, but we're getting closer. We are getting a little bit closer. As usual with the corporate Democrats, it does take a while to actually get there. There's a lot of sound and fury and excitement, of course, but Pelosi has to make it official. She has to make it official. And here's the thing, she probably will. She's kind of on the hook now. I mean, she has said very, very strongly, as I mentioned before, that, look, he has betrayed the oath of office. Well, okay, well, if you don't go forward and make this impeachment inquiry official by having a vote, well, then, I mean, what are you doing? You're not doing anything. You're, again, being the assistants. So we don't know. We don't know. And we don't know what that select committee is going to look like. We don't know if she's going to have that select committee. And we don't know if they're going to be filled with people that are just going to bungle this, Pelosi loyalists, the people that are going to drag their feet. We just don't know. So I'm going to have to see what develops in this because, again, this would be a really, really important step towards holding the president accountable, which is what we all want. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent progressive media.